Hello chaps and chapettes! Today I wanted to do a video that I've been meaning to do for quite a long time, and that is my top 5 questions actors are tired of hearing. Now I did do a little bit of market research on this, and while it is largely based on my own experience, I have been talking to some other actors about this as well. And before you think I've just wholesale ripped off BuzzFeed, I don't think they've done one of these yet, so I'm getting in early. Number 5. What's your backup plan? Nothing. Really, no. Zip. It's success or bust, frankly. And, you know, far be it from me to suggest that those people who do have a backup plan are foolish for doing so, but I do find that most of the people who do have them tend to end up in a situation where they need to use them. And the ones that don't are usually the ones who find a way of making their first choice work, via any means. 4. So what have you been in? Quite a bit of stuff, actually. But just because I haven't been in an episode of EastEnders or a big Hollywood blockbuster film does not mean that I'm not as dedicated, hard-working and regularly employed, actually, as a lot of the people who are. Heck, I might even be as talented as some of them. 3. How do you remember all of those lines? Well, I know you don't really want to hear this, but there isn't actually anything to it. It's just a case of practice and training, really. The brain is a muscle in much the same way as your legs or arms are a muscle, and if you work out with them and train with them for a long time, your capacity to retain stuff will grow. It's not really any different to asking a marathon runner, how can you keep running for so long? You just keep working at it and eventually you gain the ability somehow to, retain a 4-minute monologue or to do a one-man show that's 2 hours long. It's not really anything more than a feat of training and endurance, I suppose. 2. Can you get me a job? I did drama at school. Certainly. Just turn up at this time, at this date, this address with a perfect body, a perfect voice, a cross-section of the necessary skills, membership in Equity, a profile on Spotlight, an agent representing you, and I guarantee that you'll have almost as much chance of getting cast as I will. 1. So, when are you going to go and get a proper job? You know what? You're right. I should just go out and become a doctor or a fireman or a police officer or something that might just save the world or keep society intact. Being an actor is just about the most frivolous thing I could possibly be doing with my time. There is just one thing I might add to that, and I swore I wasn't going to bring Maslow into it, but here goes. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that I have food in my belly, a roof over my head, and I'm not about to be murdered by a rampaging horde of hipsters. What then? If we presume that that's all I had, food, water, shelter, security, what am I actually doing? What am I experiencing? Not an awful lot. I'm on life support, which is no bad thing. But you've got to think about why we generally feel that life support is a good thing. If literally all you had was food, water, shelter and security, and nothing else, how long would it be before you went completely and utterly mental from lack of stimulation? Art and the telling of stories is a big way of how we communicate. Ideas, everything from the profound to the very mundane. And the way we tell stories is how we share ideas and grow and change and appreciate our place in the world more clearly. And so, no, I don't suppose that acting is what you would call a proper job. But if you will allow me a small soundbite here, acting will not save the world, but it may possibly make the world worth saving. And in that sense, it is the most properest of all jobs. Because without it, everything that makes it possible kind of goes for naught. So, there you have it. If you're an actor, or you have a job in which you are quite often asked rather silly, pointed questions about it, please do share that in the comments below. I'm sorry there's been such a delay between this video and the previous one. I'll try and get another one out as soon as I can, but hope you all enjoyed that, and until next time, chaps and chapettes.